I'm St. Jimmy.
Are we raising our hands now? Not DVD?
Well, we're on YouTube. I thought I would let people know.
DVD over there?
Our fake sponsor this week is Grace Ventura. The hilarious reboot is the latest in the female takeover of all classic comedies.
I'll take what movies or DVD won't watch for 100, Alex?
It could work.
No.
Who would play Grace?
No.
It's like the reboot 12 Angry Women.
Well, there's only like 3 women that they cast in those movies. So it's going to be, what's her bucket?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I think she's dead.
What?
I don't
Isn't she?
think so.
That's Carrie Fisher. You're thinking of...
No, her career. I was just talking about her career.
Oh, okay.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yes, that's the one. She would not do it.
I thought it
As
was
the
Amy
dolphin.
Schumer.
Who would play the Courtney Cox part?
Jim Carrey.
No. Jim's already having a rough time.
David
Arquette.
David Schwimmer. I would definitely not watch that. Least favorite friend.
Oh.
Who's your least favorite friend?
I don't have one.
Stop looking at pulled.
I don't have friends. On purpose.
On the show Friends.
Whoa. Oh, that's like the
Joey?
wrong Joey.
Joey's your least favorite?
I don't know. I kind of like Phoebe.
We're talking about least favorite.
I can't rank things. I have anxiety.
Oh.
Smelly cat.
What are they feeding you? So I
Cat food.
finally was able to upload the last couple of episodes to the site that hosts us for podcatchers.
Oh, good.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Ray.
Huzzah.
So they're out. I got them on my phone.
On
So
Stitcher even?
I don't know.
Let me check. Because it was our November episode.
We had several in November.
It was one of them.
I don't condone Stitcher. No. He's looking it up.
Right now.
So
On the air.
Monday morning, I get to work
Yes.
I didn't.
and open the office, flip the light switch on,
I get to work too.
no lights.
Oh.
So I'm like, that's odd. And then my coworker comes in right behind me and is like, yeah, I heard some transformer or something blew up yesterday at 2 p.m. I'm like, they haven't fixed it yet?
Galvatron.
He's like, no, they said they'd, fix it when they got here today. I'm like, okay, so we got at least an hour until day shift starts.
The best is when I was working out on the East Coast and we ran our computers through the network on the West Coast.
Oh.
And you'd get into work and the network would be down. And then...
You call the West Coast and nobody's there yet?
And then, it's like, surprisingly, finally at 10:20 in the morning, everything would come back up. Oh, I guess people got to work on the West Coast now.
Yeah. So, DVD I already told, but what time do you think our lights came on?
11:30.
You are correct. Did I already tell you that?
No.
It was
He's good at guessing.
It was about 11:40.
Oh.
You're wrong.
Oh, I'm so wrong.
However, the computers still didn't work.
Oh.
They wouldn't connect to the network, so that didn't
sucks.
come on till like 12:20. So I was there getting paid for 6 hours with sitting in the dark doing nothing.
Oh.
So
Is Galveston the only city named if you have an R2 you can get something that sounds like a transformer? Galveston?
Lewiston?
Lewiston.
Voicetron.
What?
That's adding more than an R.
It was. Boiser.
Newer York. Sound like
Well,
manure.
you forgot to say where Grace Ventura takes place. Obviously in New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Smurfs.
Because the Giants
Wait, who's
mascot
gonna
was
play Dan
kidnapped?
Marino?
Eli Manning.
Because he's a woman?
Oh, did we have to switch all genders?
Yeah, they'll have to be
Aaron
switched.
Rodgers.
So what sport mascot got stolen? What's the New York's
It's gonna have to be like the
female sports team?
It'll be. It's gotta be like a WNBA team.
Do
I
they
don't
have
know
live
those.
mascots in
I don't
basketball?
think so.
They bring out like a manatee. Like, maybe we should get it back in the water. This is
St.
really
Jimmy's
bad
opinions
for
are
the
his own.
hardwood
Enginerdy
floor.
Show does not condone St. Jimmy's opinion of female sports.
I wasn't calling the players manatees.
It sounded like it. Wow.
The New York Manatees.
You mean man and woman tees?
Oh,
Yeah,
woman tees.
It's perfect. You think of the next merchandising. The woman tees.
T-shirts with a
The cap
female
sleeve.
manatee on it.
I think that's a woman t-shirt thing, right? Cap sleeves. Is that something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've heard it said.
By who?
a
My
woman
Oh.
played by. Oh. I was trying to think of one of those other actresses that was in Ghostbusters, but I can't remember.
I've not seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
Tina something.
You shouldn't call it Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
I didn't mind it.
Ghostbusters.
I liked it.
Ghostbusters.
It was funny.
But the fact that now that people say, "Oh, I saw Ghostbusters," do you? Yeah, I saw it back in the '80s. It should have made
That's
something different.
sexist.
How's that sexist?
I don't know.
Slimer's a girl.
What? There was a girl Slimer.
Because you're talking about history.
Yeah.
not
Not
should-
history.
Oh man.
Wow. Okay.
You mean all woman.
Oh woman.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that actually.
We could talk about the chart I was talking about yesterday. Related to back hose and
Oh,
forward hose.
Hose? What?
it's a directional chart. It has forward hoe, back hoe, and then what do you have on the right? A side hoe. You have a side hoe?
What?
Does your wife know about this?
What are we talking about?
Moving on. Sorry, Mom.
Hoeing.
All right. So, I had a horrible fail in trying to record
Talking
sports.
to the mic.
I know we've had
Oh.
this problem before that I mentioned. I reset the recording from my phone, which is cool. You can do that.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it didn't ask me like my TV does. Do you want to add more to the recording? Understanding that the TV channels don't understand how to actually set it to record a whole show
Mm.
when it comes to sports.
a whole football game.
Right. So this is the last game of the year. I was watching
And
it.
Heidi comes on. Oh.
No, I could see as I was fast forwarding through commercials, I was getting closer and closer to the end,
But
And
the
the
game
game
wasn't
and
wasn't
the game
over.
wasn't over. And so with like 5 minutes left,
Okay, so here's the thing.
team's backed up,
Our team's down by 3 in
backed
the
up in our
fourth
own end
quarter
zone.
Mhm.
on our own 5-yard line,
Like 5 minutes something left.
and his recording stops.
The very next
Oh.
play, 60-yard pass play, followed by a bunch of other plays and a touchdown,
Putting us ahead.
and then an interception to seal the game. I didn't
Well,
even see any of that.
That was after
And a Statue of
After
Liberty
the-
play and an
no.
open lateral.
after the touchdown. There was 2 possessions that ended in punts, and then the game-ending interception,
Right. I didn't get to see
so
any
that
of
our
it.
team would win. I saw it because I was watching it.
Actually, I
live.
thought to myself, well,
Ah.
because we were losing, we were backed up. I was like, well, at least I don't have to watch the team lose. That would suck, so I can just go to bed. I decided to check the score on the way down the stairs, and then was pleasantly surprised when I saw that we'd won.
I guess we were down by 4
Yes,
before
I
that
think it was 4.
touchdown because we won by 3.
Right.
So
Mm.
It was a good game. It was a low-scoring kind of defensive battle.
it was very defensive battle-y. It was good. My wife
Does it-
watched the end of it with me, and we were both really excited.
Oh, yeah. We went to our Pee Wee football volunteer banquet. And there was all kinds of like door prizes you could win and raffle tickets, and they had a 50-50 raffle.
Did they hold it at a bank?
That's where they give half the money of the raffle to one person.
Well,
They decided instead of keeping the other half of the money for the club, they were going to do a 50-50 raffle, but they were going to give away half to 2 people.
interesting.
So through all the things, there's probably, I don't know, 20 things given away
And there's
and the raffle.
30
Guess how many
people
things I won?
0?
0!
Oh.
So I took a fork home with me. It was plastic.
Oh, okay. You stole plasticware.
And this
Still plastic
lamp.
ware. And that's all I need. We were talked into it, and I, by another coach that we're friends with, that we ran into a Walmart. And so they talked us into buying ugly sweaters, too, to wear. Just have the same table.
Did you
Theirs
buy
were cool. They had lights on theirs. My ugly sweater has a T-Rex with a disco ball.
Nice.
You should have got the one that's for 2 people to wear at the same time.
And just worn it by yourself.
Lots of people
It looked really
actually
sad.
were like dressed up for the thing.
My other neck hole's empty.
And I might have danced
You could
twice.
put a balloon in it.
Did you do the hammer dance?
I didn't. I did the Cupid
Polka?
Shuffle.
The Cuban shuffle?
There's a Cupid Shuffle. I don't know.
It's a truffle shuffle.
This is not the Truffle Shuffle.
Is it the one where they use sonic waves to ruin your brain?
No, it's basically non-country line dancing.
So it's like you're in no man's land.
I guess.
You're in no country for old DVD.
But there's certain points during the dancing. There's a dance floor. It was at Eagles Club.
Mhm.
Like, anyway, there, as a structural engineer, I was a little bit unnerved by
Was
the
Donovan
movement of
McNabb
the
there?
deflection of the floor
Oh,
Oh,
during certain synchronized dancing moves.
oh boy.
were you reaching, what do they call it, the resonance?
No, I don't think so. But we were getting to an uncomfortable deflection at the center of it.
Everybody
No,
was sliding in
Floors
towards
have
the
been
middle.
known to collapse at different
I know.
things. Okay.
I know.
Floors hate line dancing.
They do. Just like bridges hate marching.
That's a myth.
No,
Okay.
they really do hate it. Maybe it's just a strong dislike.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then
I feel a strong burning apathy.
a friend of mine asked me if I was going to go work out with him at work because we have a workout room. It's like, I don't have anything to work out in. And I'd be all hot and sweaty. It's like, well, there's a shower. I was like, yeah, but I don't have any change of clothes.
Right.
What do we do?
Bring
Like, work out like an old school gymnasium? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, naked?
Naked?
He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the word gymnasium means working out naked in Greek. So, no, I'm not doing that.
But everybody else does it.
I looked it up in my dictionary even to prove it.
If everyone else jumped off the roof naked, would you?
That's why women weren't allowed at the sporting events.
That's probably wouldn't go over very well at work.
No.
It might make the Olympics
Or
more
at home.
popular.
Some
Talking about
events.
sumo wrestling.
There's some things you just can't unsee.
Women's ice hockey.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh, you already talked about following up night. Oh, work hard. You already did those. You
Yeah.
did about work. Awesome.
Well, I was thinking you were gonna do your banter and you never did, so I just did mine.
Excellent.
I didn't add any banter to the notes this week.
No, you did not. I'm disappointed.
How couldn't you?
Well, there's one whole day at work I couldn't even get to Gmail
What? That sucks. Which day was that?
I don't
yesterday.
Gmail at work.
It's pronounced Gamel.
Gmail.
No, that's my coworker's name.
Oh, I should totally get a Gmail account called Gar Gamel.
I don't think anybody would get it.
The Smurfs would.
So
They'd put me in terror.
I work with several young engineers. When I say young, I mean they're closer to my daughter's age than they are to my
I've
age.
got lots of guys over there.
Anyway, a couple of them have girlfriends.
Are they in middle
And-
school?
And they seem like they're young enough to be in middle school, but no, they're adults.
No, they're not. They don't have children,
So you're only an adult if you have children?
in my opinion.
So are you saying my wife's a child?
Nope, now
Yes,
she's an adult.
you
now
are a
she married you.
pedophile.
Oh,
She has
now
stepchildren.
she has stepkids. So now, so last year she was a child, but this year she's not. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Straight from the mouth of DVD, in case you couldn't recognize the voice.
He
Anyway,
has weird opinions.
I do.
they were
That's funny.
talking about what they were going to get their girlfriends for Christmas. And
They're too
like any
front
guy, they're clueless on what to get.
Did you tell me to get her like a vacuum or
Well,
a blender?
cooking implements.
Well, she
No.
wants to make you food, right? You should get her
One of-
stuff to help her do that.
one of them said that he had the brilliant idea to look on her Pinterest board for
Oh.
Christmas.
Yeah.
And so he looked on there, and it was full of engagement rings.
Aw,
Said,
sucker.
dude, just give me a hint.
You.
So I decided to get her a laundry basket full of my dirty laundry. Here you go, honey.
Well,
Can I get that back by
a
Tuesday?
couple days later, I was walking past two of the youngsters talking, and one of them asked the other one, "What are you going to get your girlfriend for Christmas?" And he's like, "I'm going to give her me." And I said, "So you're going to propose?" And he's like, "No." And I just started
Oh.
laughing and kept walking.
Maniacally.
Yes, thought it was hilarious.
That is funny. That's technically what that would be. A lifelong commitment.
No, they know marriage isn't until you're 40. I was telling a friend of mine,
21.
he's got a dating partner, and that's what I call her. Anyway, I was talking about how old we were or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I think I was 3 years younger than you when I had my last kid. It's like, oh, I should probably get on that. It's like, it's kind of a young man's game.
Well, these
My
days you
opinion.
don't need kids, you just get a dog, right?
People are having
Or
kids at older
Like a fish.
ages. You just get a nanny.
A goat?
Yes. And she has kids. That's why they call
Are you
it.
guys trying to
There
get
you
me to offend people with my opinions?
Yes.
'Cause it seems like that's what we're pushing here. I'm going to stop giving opinions now.
DVD offends the world. Oh, just wait
No
till
one cares about offending me.
Technergy.
Uh,
Yeah, and you're like almost as big as a world. Oh,
he's a big man.
Lord, man.
Large man.
you're not that large.
You
Yet.
I could take you
Where?
in a canoe.
Probably not on your motorcycle anymore.
But the canoe would be sticking straight up the
We're taking on water. I can't help it.
air.
I told you to sit in the middle.
Just pedal faster.
We should go canoeing together.
Okay, where do you want canoe to?
I don't know.
All right.
Madagascar?
That's a long canoe trip. We could technically make it there.
Technically?
Yeah, our water's connected to Madagascar water.
Oh. Well,
It would take a while.
Technically.
We'd have to go through the,
Straits of Gibraltar?
yes.
What? No, we wouldn't.
No, the Panama Canal.
You
We
could
could.
go around the Cape of
We could go the other way.
Destruction. What's it called down there?
What's the one on the south of...
No.
Straits of Magellan.
What's the country
Yes.
between us and Madagascar? Us being in Zimbabwe.
Somalia.
Mozambique?
Mozambique. Have to canoe across Mozambique.
Does everybody there have a beak?
Just Mozambique.
And then Mosey.
Hey, do
Mozambique.
you like my beak? I don't know.
Did you guys see my
You just
awesome...
offended all our Mozambiquean
you guys see my
listeners.
awesome mustache picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
You look like a villain on Scooby-Doo.
Yes! I mean, I like all the different reactions.
It's
Of
the
my wife.
caretaker.
Wife's like, he looks evil. It's disturbing. It's like, what looks disturbing? Look at those eyes. I was like, those are my normal eyes. How does that mean a mustache affect my eyes? I learned a lot about my wife that day.
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh,
She's frightened when she's
frightened by me.
your eyes.
That's right.
All right. Well, shall we do nerdiculture?
sure.
CYOA. Wait a minute. I know what that means.
What is it?
Cover your own.
No,
That's
Okay.
what it means.
I never heard of that before.
CYA is normally.
Okay, so
Kiowa?
I'll get to it.
Oh.
All right. So I don't know if you've heard about this, but Netflix has been dabbling in the choose your own adventure genre.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know
Like
that.
video?
So
Movie?
yes.
What?
So this past summer, they
Choose your own movie.
They released 2 children's TV shows.
Oh, they're doing children's shows.
Well, they're starting with children's shows.
Oh.
They are going to do a show that's geared toward adults coming
I'm
up.
the map. Oh. Adult choose your
Adult theme?
No.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's not what they meant.
Okay. All right.
So, for an experiment, I watched one of these children choose your own adventures before the show tonight.
How does it
How,
work?
how do you start
Okay,
the
so
end and work backwards?
first
to
I
make
tried
sure you don't
watching
die?
it on the computer, my laptop, and it didn't
Give you
give
options.
me choices. However, if I watched it on the TV with the Fire, what's
Kindle Fire.
Kindle? Is it
Google.
Fire Stick.
Google Fire
Stick.
Stick?
There's a Google Fire Stick, maybe.
I just
I don't
I
know.
think we have one of those.
Anyway, you have a remote control.
Right.
It worked on that.
oh.
So, the way they set it up with the show I watched, it was called Puss in Books, based on the Puss in Boots character from Shrek.
Okay.
And
Is that Antonio Banderas?
Oh
voice?
my.
I don't know who does the voice.
Did it sound like Antonio Banderas?
It sounded like the cat from the movie.
Wasn't
Anyway,
Snarf.
the way they had a framing story set up to make it work with that one.
Carpentry?
So,
I was this old house?
no, he gets sucked into a storybook.
Oh,
And
it's in
so,
that book. It's
the-
reading Catbo.
Catbo.
Rain cat?
So it has, well, and at first it starts with the cat telling you that you're going to need to keep your remote with you so that you can make choices through the show.
I already lost it.
How do you
Yeah.
start at the end and work backwards, though, so you make sure you don't die?
Don't.
Well, that's what I used to do with Choose Your Own Adventure.
You cheated!
I just read straight
Cheater!
through. I want to know all the options. What if you're like a time traveler?
Whoa, the twists and turns are.
This book is really...
I just read it straight through and it didn't make much sense.
I died like 5 times.
So they have the storyteller or narrator is telling the cat that
It's pronounced Marauder.
the reader is going to be choosing what happens to
I
him.
think it's called a writer.
And so periodically throughout the show, it comes to a decision screen. Does he
Dun,
fight
dun,
a
dun.
god or does he fight a tree? And then you pick one.
Is there a time limit? Does it auto
There
choose
is a
one?
time limit. You have probably like
4 seconds.
between 5 and 10 seconds to pick one.
This show will self-destruct.
I don't know what
Have a
happens if
choice.
you don't pick one because I didn't wait long enough to see what happened. But
Mm.
Has a third choice.
some of the choices I noticed,
You
If
go
you-
home.
The Godzilla foot comes down.
if you
smashes
pick
it.
one of them, it'll play that one and then go into the second one.
Lame.
Like, for example, there was one choice where should he... Okay, so he's in the Goldilocks and the Three Bears story. Are the bears friendly or are the bears mean? Does he have to fight the bears? So I
You wanted
chose
fighting bears,
fight the
right?
bears
Oh,
and
yeah.
he fights the bears. But you could also choose friendly bears and they're friendly at first and then they fight.
Hmm.
So some of them, you still got either one. And
Interesting.
then it plays a trick on you at the end
That sounds like a Choose Your Own Adventure book.
to try to get you to read it again and choose different options.
Oh.
Because they're like, oh, well, you would have died if you would have fought if they'd chosen the evil queen back at this one step. And so then they give you the choice, should you go back and try to fight the evil
The
queen?
children's show
escape?
has a chance to die?
I doubt it.
Kind of morbid.
Spiritually.
Is Shrek a
No.
children's show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Donkey.
Is there a possibility of that character's dying?
Well,
I haven't really
the prince
seen
gets eaten by a dragon.
Okay.
He's
I don't think he
probably
dies.
fine.
So that doesn't preclude
He's a
being
Cartoon.
killed, right?
the gingerbread man gets maimed.
Okay, so
I think Shrek ate something, doesn't he? It's part of
sure he
carnivorous.
eats something by now.
I don't know. Anyways.
Anyway, apparently HBO is
It's pronounced
Um,
hobo.
I was just thinking that.
they have a show. I think it's called
Hello.
Mosaic. That's
It's a puzzle show?
so it's not strictly choose your own adventure. It's basically choose the order you watch it in and which character's perspective you get or something.
Interesting.
But it only has one ending.
We
and
didn't want
they
to
all
pay
really want
a we didn't want to pay an editor, so why do you do it?
it.
And it's a feature, so it's cost more.
So apparently it makes sense no matter what order you watch it in, but you have the choice.
Hmm.
You have different choices.
Weird.
I don't know too much about it. I didn't read too much into that, but
It was like that
So-
time I went to the movie and they started
They,
the movie like half an hour in and then put the beginning on the end. It was at the military
You were
theater.
late.
I think that the film had broken and they spliced it back wrong.
Oh,
It was the
that's
one
funny.
with the kid that did the Iditarod dog sled race back in the 90s. Anyways,
So what TV shows?
Goodwill Slushing, I think. So it's cool. I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
I was gonna go with it. It had Matt Damon in it.
Right there, man.
So what shows would you like to see a Choose Your Own Adventure
Enterprise.
feature?
Battlestar Galactica.
I was thinking Luther. Because the characters make such dumb decisions.
Do you think someone's controlling them? Does that make it better if at the end it showed that they were just
At least if I was making dumb decisions for them, I'd have only myself to
Should you
blame.
step into traffic or fall down a manhole?
maintenance hole?
Should the
woman
people
hole.
try to fight back,
Oh,
What is wrong with you today?
I don't know.
or should they just cower like sheep and be slaughtered?
Sheeple. Meh.
They'll be man. You said man.
Should Luther allow himself to be blackmailed by these criminals?
Meh.
Let me think. X-Files.
X-Files. I definitely could have used the Choose Your Own Adventure at the end of that one TV show I was telling you about last week.
Oh yes.
Should he shoot the bad guy and
Oh,
end
yeah.
it, or should he let her live so that she'll destroy them
Well,
later?
that guy's a woman. You didn't say that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh well, you can't do that then.
And it was his sister.
His sister.
I'm not sure I wasn't
You would shoot
watching
your sister.
a
Okay.
soap opera. Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm out of water.
So they probably would have to film a lot of content
Yes.
to get it to work, and have some creative writers do. Because
yeah.
there was a lot of stuff in this Puss in Boots show I watched that was
Wasn't
like,
very creative.
no.
About like a Lost type show.
Ooh,
Ooh, we should write a Choose Your Own
That'd be-
Adventure book.
confusing.
That's
And
Your Own
do you think,
Adventure.
how likely do you think it would be that someone would watch the entire show and then watch it again to make different choices?
I probably would, if it was a good show. Well, they have like movies like that where you can pick it from endings.
Oh yeah?
Can't think of one off the top of my head, but yeah. Do you want a happy ending or a sad ending?
Choose Your Own Podcast Adventure. Put out,
Wheel! Podcasts.
yeah.
We
I don't know.
discussed having a wheel at work that would have topics that you couldn't discuss that day. So it'd be like your little kids. Something we'll discuss nonstop. Or football, which Seahawks fans talk very loudly near me all the time. Or let's see. Oh, I said work should be like every other one.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something I could say that wouldn't give away where we work, but was work related. But I couldn't come up with anything.
Work.
Well, it was going to be more interesting than that.
Work.
Like
Working with Mindy?
cutting, welding.
It's okay. I saw an Andorian become a Ferengi. It's weird.
That is
Did you
weird.
choose that in your Choose Your Own Adventure?
No, I'm guessing the actor chose to do two different parts
No.
Oh. Interesting.
on Enterprise. But we'll get to that later.
Oh.
That's called foreshadowing.
Ooh.
Warning.
If you do
Forewarning.
it a lot, it's 5 shadowing.
I only do 3 shadowing myself.
Oh, that's why we can never tell what you're going to do.
Maybe
I
5
know.
o'clock shadowing.
This is like a 6 o'clock shadow.
5-day shadow.
5-week shadow.
Hey, there you go.
The shadow knows.
Okay.
That's the one guy. And that one maybe the one guy.
Are
The
we
shadow.
done here?
I think so.
Okay. So for Technergy, I thought we would play a game.
A
I like games.
All right, let
Do
me
we
get it
get to
out.
choose our own game?
No, I chose the
Choose
game.
your own game venture. Hey, we should have an episode where it's all women on the podcast.
That would be funny.
Just our wives?
Yeah.
Here, you take that.
They have to do our segments though.
There's your pen.
They have to do it based on our show prep.
There's
Oh,
that.
that'd be funny.
There's your pen.
Oh, thank you. D-pen.
It depends. All right. So what I did, some of these I did myself, and some I got from a website called Google Autofill Game or something.
Oh,
I don't feel.
So what I did is I opened a incognito browser in Chrome and got onto Google and typed in the beginning of a phrase, and then it gives you autofill suggestions.
We're doing this
Oh.
like Family Feud.
so this is, you do it that way is to make sure it doesn't.
Go by
Your
your
own-
Yeah.
I do
Autofills in
incognito so it doesn't know my history.
Yeah, because when I start typing something, it'll bring up
Right.
recent
Yeah.
Googles I've done.
So you do incognito. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the beginning of the phrase. You're going to each secretly write down your answer so
Okay.
the other one can't see it, and then you'll tell me, and I'll give you points
Tell you.
based on if you
Tell
get
me.
one
the top
that's
10?
on. There's
Come
not always
together.
10,
Oh, okay.
but there's usually like at least 6 or 7.
How many total are we doing so I can properly number my sheet?
There are 7. All right. I started off pretty generic just to see how it would go.
Okay.
So number 1, how much does a... It might be so obscure that you're not going to be able to get anything, but we'll try it.
This is going to be a window into our souls.
All right, let's start with Mr. Pulled this round.
How much does a hen weigh?
Nope, DVD.
How much does a pig eat?
No. You each get 0 points.
Well, this kind of goes on
0
with the
points.
joke. You
0
say,
stones.
you tell someone hen weigh, and they're like, "What's a hen weigh?"
Or just
About a pound.
Yeah.
I don't know how much a hen
kilogram.
actually weighs. A stone? Oh,
No.
that's way too much.
Maybe a heavy chicken.
Think of the
Yummy.
nuggets.
All right. The top
What
one
do you think about
was
chickens and nuggets?
the answer. How much does a gallon of water weigh?
32.
How much does a Bitcoin cost? A passport cost? How much does a quarter weigh?
A quarter of something?
Quarter of a ton.
How much does a Tesla cost? How much does a nickel weigh? What I'm obsessed with.
How much their money
The
weighs?
weight of currency.
They want to. Well, they want to sort their money
It
based
weighs
on type
a pound.
and then weigh it and see how much money
Get
they
it.
have.
Maybe.
How much does a pound weigh?
And then the last 3 are how much does a lawyer make, a nurse make, and a teacher make?
Bad decisions.
How much? I don't know what they're making. Like Play-Doh sculptures.
You do know how much they're making or what they're making.
All right,
Barns?
round 2.
Round 2, fight.
What time do I? And there are 10 answers on this one.
Oh.
The last one only had 9. All right, DVD. What time do I?
Eat lunch.
Mine. Are you ready for mine yet?
That is not on there.
Oh,
What time do I eat dinner?
No. You
ovulate.
are
Is
wrong.
ovulate one?
No.
Oh.
Any other guesses?
What time do I eat a hen?
No.
What time do pigs eat?
What time do I henway?
What time do I go home?
What time do I need to leave is the top one.
Oh.
What time does the football game start?
No. What time do I get my food stamps? Was number 2.
3 o'clock.
What time do I have court tomorrow? How
Oh,
did Google know?
I don't know.
What time do I work? Why would you put that in Google?
Let's ask it and see what happens.
What time do I need to go to bed? What time do I get out of this class? What time do I get paid?
If Google's keeping your schedule, it might know.
Oh, maybe.
This
Google
reminds me.
Assistant.
This reminds me of a joke that Ronald Reagan told about Russia. He was talking about how in Russia there's like a 10-year waiting list to get a car,
Whoa.
and not everyone can buy a car.
Or
But
wait 10 years.
you have to have the money up front. And so he said this guy went in and put his money up front to get the car, and they said, okay, well, we'll deliver the car in 10 years. He said, will that be in the morning or afternoon? And he's like, it's 10 years from now. Why does it matter? Because the plumber's coming in the morning.
They don't have plumbers in Russia.
It'll take 10 years to get there.
In Russia, a car drives you.
Okay, yuck up.
All right.
That was a good
Number
one.
3. How did Star Wars blank?
Okay. There's a lot of silence.
All right, Mr. Pold, how did Star Wars...
End.
Can you be more specific?
I was only got like a ticket
That's
to
what
do that.
DVD did too.
All right, you each
have the
get
same
5 points.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
Number 5 was, how did Star Wars Episode 6 end? And then
Okay.
below that was, how did Star Wars Episode 7 end? Your number 1 answer was, how did Star Wars start? A long time ago.
A galaxy far, far away.
How did Star Wars
Called
get so
Pasadena.
popular? How did Star Wars impact society?
Well, it's deep.
How did Star Wars originate? Okay, Thesaurus boy.
The source.
And
Get the source, lad.
And
The Saurus? Scary dinosaur.
Thesaurus lad. And how did Star Wars affect the movie industry? So you each have 5 points.
Yay!
Yay.
I got 5 on it.
I'll put a D and what's your name? P. And you have 5 and you have 5.
Boom!
Alright, number 4. Can I be a blank? And we'll start with D-Viddy this time. D-Viddy, can I be a...
Vegetarian.
That is not on the list.
I couldn't think of
And the
anything.
answer is no.
Why? You can't eat meat or something?
Mr. Pold, can I be a...
Dinosaur.
No! You guys!
Can I be an orthodontist?
No,
Oh, it
Whoa.
has to not start with a vowel. Huh?
that's true. They're all started with consonants.
Can I be a vacuum salesman?
Not on the list.
Organ donor.
No, but you can be an organ donor.
Can I be
Oh, I don't know.
I
That's
don't
funny.
know, a desk?
I don't know.
Can I be a engineer? Doctor.
Doctor is number 2.
Oh, I should have gone doctor, not vegetarian.
Number 1 is model.
No.
No.
The answer's no.
The number 3 is, can I be a clown for Halloween?
No.
Yes.
Of
I
course
don't
not.
think so.
Can I be a nurse, a lawyer, a spy?
Hello, nurse.
I was going to say that.
Can I be a foster parent? If you're Googling that, no.
No.
Can I be a foster child?
And the
Some
bottom
countries
one,
let you adopt adults.
can I be a resident of 2 states?
No.
If you live on the border?
You
Usually
spend
it's based
exactly half the year in each.
We disallow that by having 365 days a year.
All right, so these final 3 are from the actual game on Google.
Oh, there's a game.
I found it through Google
Okay.
called. So these are not mine, but I thought they were interesting.
I think it's Pold's going to go
I
first.
think I'll do these out of order because I'm going to save this one for last.
Okay.
Okay,
We don't know because we can't see your sheet.
number 5. Baseball is... Who went last? Oh,
It's
5,
just
so
true.
it would be you.
Boring?
That's what I wrote.
You wrote the same thing? Well, you each get 2 points.
All right.
So you're up to
A
7.
pastime. Baseball is stupid.
That is not on here. Any other guesses?
Baseball is a sucky.
No.
Baseball is America's pastime.
Baseball is a inferior sport.
Close. Okay.
Whoa.
Number 1. Baseball is life.
I don't think so.
Hope not.
Cereal?
Number 2. Baseball is gay.
Okay.
Baseball is dying. Baseball is a game of failure.
I always thought it was baseball diamond, not baseball dying.
Baseball is not a sport,
I agree with that. It's a pastime.
but it is 90% mental.
What's the other 10%? Boring?
Probably. Baseball is the best sport.
We're just defending people all over the place.
Baseball is fun, and baseball is the hardest sport.
What? In what universe?
I don't
Cricket's
know.
harder than baseball.
All right, number 6.
I'm not at the same thing this time.
Is duct tape safe for blank? And we'll start with DVD.
Ingesting.
That is not on here.
Eating.
I said digestion.
No.
I
You
just
guys
avoided
are
the
horrible at
process.
this game.
Duct
Keep
tape, what's
guessing
the same?
pretty much the
Duct
same
tape
thing.
good for.
Is duct tape safe for...
This is not a game for me and DVD to play against.
I noticed. You guys put the same thing every time.
We're close.
At
We
least
had
every
animals
time
on the
that,
first one.
well, at least every time that you've actually got
Second one was
something on
eating.
the list.
Mhm.
All right, what is duct
Good.
tape safe for?
Is duct
Digestion.
tape safe for.
Indigestion.
No.
Leaks?
Eyebrows.
No.
Boats?
No.
Small rocks?
Children.
Churches?
Babies. Number 2.
Babies? Well, considering my son had duct taped your son to a chair today.
I know. Okay. The number 1 answer.
They actually use Gorilla Tape. I was like, you know how expensive that stuff is?
Oh. Number 1 result. Is duct tape safe for fish?
What? It's been too long. I had to keep it back on.
Fish back
What are you
together.
putting duct tape on a fish
Gold
for?
got my fish. Can I tape them back together?
Fish, then babies. Is duct tape safe for rabbits?
No, I'm really
They're
furry.
covered in fur.
Bad. Really bad.
Rats.
Eyebrows.
I said eyebrows earlier.
Oh, did you?
Uh,
Mustaches.
number 5. Is duct tape safe for walls?
Well,
Uh,
I don't think.
number 6. Dogs. Skin. Oh, did somebody say skin?
I was curious about that. I said, no, I didn't.
Wires. Is duct tape safe for wires?
No, it melts.
Okay. Car paint. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's when you break your window and you have to tape your
Or
plastic bag on your window.
like your taillight falls
Oh,
off.
right. You have to tape it on there.
Is duct tape safe for Chargers? The football team?
The Los Angeles Chargers?
The car, I think.
Car Chargers?
No, the Dodge Charger.
Oh, Dodge Chargers.
That's probably not it.
It works on Dodge Challengers, but
Not
on-
Chargers.
Oh, it's not safe for. All right, you guys are tied at 7 points. Number 7, the final
It's
question.
the final question.
And this is not from me, this is from the game I found. Why are the French so blank? Did you write your answer before I said the question?
No,
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I thought I saw you writing, and then I asked it and looked, and you weren't writing anymore. I was like, what?
Wait, say it again.
Why are the French so blank? Somebody's
Who
got to
turns it
get
first?
something his polls. I should have done an
Feminine?
even number.
I did not put feminine.
I did though.
No.
Rude.
Close.
Smelly.
No.
Full of themselves.
Short.
Potty.
Short is on there.
Short? Why are
Number
the French
4.
short? I don't
They're
think
not. Just Napoleon was perceived to be short.
he was average height, wasn't
He was 5'6" or something. Which for that
Rude's not
time
on there?
period.
he? Rude's not on there, huh?
Snobby?
Oh,
Is that the same thing?
it's a synonym. We should look up the source lab.
The source lab, bring me that tome. All right, number 1. Why are the French so gay?
Well, I did say feminine.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know
not the
that
same.
meant the same.
They
Doesn't necessarily
can.
mean the same thing.
No.
Not usually.
Why are the French so thin?
Because all they eat is snails and...
Why are the French so good at cooking?
Why are all the French's rifles dented?
Why can't I
Because they
name
dropped them.
one French food that I
Well,
would
we'll
eat?
get there. Why are the French so romantic? Why are they so liberal? Why are they so dark?
It's weird. They call them liberal, but they're not liberal with soap.
Huh?
He's calling them smelly.
Smelly.
Oh.
I'm assuming. I've never been
Icy.
to France. Icy? I don't think it gets very hot or cold there.
Number 10 is why are the French so bad at war? And a follow-up to that, why are the French so depressed?
Because they're bad at war.
Apparently.
Okay,
Even though
so
Napoleon took over a large portion of Europe, and he was French.
Are you sure he's born French?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Ask Google.
okay, Google. My phone's not. Oh, it's right here.
Here we go. Was Napoleon born in France?
Napoleon Bonaparte's date of birth is August 15,
Your
1769.
Google's dumb.
Napoleon Bonaparte was born in Ajaccio, France. Napoleon Bonaparte's full name is Napoleon Bonaparte.
That last one was very informative.
Napoleon Bonaparte's full name is Napoleon Bonaparte.
No, she said Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte's full name is Napoleon Bonaparte. So, do you guys want to hear who won the game?
Yes.
You tied
I knew that.
with 7 points out of a possible 70.
How do you say bad at war in Klingon? Oh, it didn't tell you.
They don't have
She doesn't speak Klingon?
No.
human.
Alright, do you want me to take your papers back?
Sure.
Yes, it's a very interesting
Tie.
thing written on there.
This is good pie.
Okay. Alright, that's Technergy.
That was fun, even though we tied.
I could have told you that would happen.
Maybe we should do that for real next time with all 3 of us. We'll just type it into Google.
There is a game. We could get into the game.
That'd be fun.
It gives you 3 strikes before you lose, so we could each put in an answer and see whose is the highest.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe we'll do that in the future.
Future
Stay
pod.
tuned! Alright, so for the news. So, Mr. Pohl sent me a news story, which...
Oh. APST's falling over.
You mean the app?
Yes. That's
The at...
that's
We should make a picture of 2 ATSTs pretending to be an AT-AT.
Like in a zebra
Like a
costume.
dope zebra.
Okay, never mind. So, in the news, Elon Musk is going to send a Tesla... what's the one called?
Model S.
Car.
No, it's the original one. The Roadster.
Oh,
To Mars orbit. Not to Mars. To orbit Mars.
why?
Says, because then it'll be out there for millions of years. Just orbiting
He's starting
Mars.
a trend where we're gonna put a junkyard in orbit around Mars.
This is the worst pull-apart place I've ever been to.
He's only putting it in orbit because Mars has actually been defined as a historic planet, so we can't modify it.
Who said that?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Let's have a conversation about certain buildings where we work being
Oh.
historical monuments that
Right.
you can't then repair properly
Yeah.
or tear down. So I thought it'd be funny if they made. Oh, and I also saw a news story where the newest plans to go to Mars has already come out. The statement said we're not going to disturb the Apollo 17 landing site
On Mars?
on the moon.
Oh, I say wow.
Yeah, they're gonna be
I was
on
like-
Mars. Oh,
Who cares? No one can see it from here.
but what if they find that Transformer ship?
just take a picture of it or 3D scan and then do whatever you want.
Well, when they build that amusement
Ah.
park up there,
I've decided that people that are into historical monuments like that are historical hoarders.
Oh.
They don't want to let anything go.
yeah, we had a
Oh.
lathe,
It's sad. It's a mental disorder.
at work where nobody that doesn't work there could possibly see it, but it was a historical item, and so it was really hard to get rid of it 'cause it was not good for machining anymore.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, we can't cut in this whole area because the ways are so bad.
It's like those kids that build something out of Legos and then they can't bear to see it taken apart again.
What are you talking about?
Oh, is that you?
No. We
Okay.
made plans so we could take them apart.
Yes.
It's a smart way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said take a 3D scan of it. That way you have a digital model of it anytime you want.
Well, why don't they just scoop the whole thing up and bring it back to Earth? Put it in a
Burn up.
museum.
It'd burn up and it remade.
You belong in a museum.
You got lost in your own museum.
So?
Then my next news story, scientists have discovered a new type of horseshoe type crab.
Oh.
Like at least the fossil record of it.
Oh,
And it looks like Darth Vader.
really?
Ah,
So they named it after Darth Vader. You want to click on that link?
Yes.
Darth Vaderus.
I think it's Vaderilius.
Vader-Limulus.
Vaderlimulus tricky. It'll have a picture of
They
it.
found it in Idaho?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
nice.
from Idaho.
Why does that have an obscene picture on it?
I don't know. It's People Magazine.
Alright.
People
Yes,
magazine.
it looks like a helmet with a little face underneath.
It looks kind of
It's
like
a
Dark
big helmet. It looks more like one of the technicians that fires the Death Star.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So, or tertiary Star Wars fans.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Doesn't make me think of Darth Vader, but
Yeah, it reminds me of something.
Umbrella.
Alien with like
Rick
a
Moranis.
veil type thing. I can picture it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the pilot from that Australian sci-fi show. Probably not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Crocodile Dundee.
No. Let me see if I find a picture.
I'm gonna need to get a ride with you to seminary tomorrow.
Okay.
Now the whole world knows.
What was I going to search? You disturbed my thought.
Australian
Oh,
sci-fi
there you
show pilot.
Australian sci-fi show Ate the Pilot.
Yes. No, I can picture it's like a.
Really?
Anyways, look up the Newsweek.com article and look at the picture.
Let's see what it
So
says.
beware
Tell
of
us. Yeah, watch out for the cover.
obscene
Balloon
cover art
animals.
that shows up.
This is not really a balloon animal. Farscape, that's what I was thinking of.
Maybe. I don't know that I've seen that.
Oh. We can
That's
find
the
it.
one with the puppets.
Yeah.
In image search.
Hold on. I had to find the name of the show first.
Oh.
Then I have to get Google to recognize it.
All right, this is great pod.
You guys could talk about something while I'm doing this.
So,
Yeah, there we go. Tell me it doesn't look like... Come on.
Yeah. Actually, that is what I was thinking
oh,
of.
okay, I could see that.
Bring the picture back up. This is going to be... Here, I'll show the camera. Maybe.
Now turn the monitor around.
Uh,
It does look more
it
like
does
that
look-
than Darth
yes,
Vader.
it does.
That's it!
It is totally it.
They should call it the Pilot Devilius.
Luminous.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, interesting.
And that's the news.
Is it called Newsweek because it's weak?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Its
why I
news
was
is really weak.
gathering
spelled that way?
from the different links I was seeing on that page.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would go to EngineerdyShow.com and then I would click on their Amazon.com button
Oh,
to do my Amazon shopping.
Christmas shopping.
And then to see what to get us for Christmas, go to our...
Shop tab.
No. Our Pinterest.
What? That's just full of engagement rings.
What?
That'd be fun.
You can also get your significant other an Enginerdy Show T-shirt as modeled here by.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my
DVD.
T-shirt today. I didn't even realize.
I did.
I did as soon as I got here. Oh, he's wearing his shirt.
My logo
So,
shirt.
you know what? DVD's wearing a shirt.
I was thinking if my work did
Killed it.
a Christmas party with a gift exchange again this year, I would maybe do a mug with our logo.
That'd be cool.
If it was a sweater, I would not be able to tell if it was actually a sweater or if you were shirtless.
Should I wear my T-Rex sweater tomorrow to work?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's do consumption.
I watched a movie called Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
That's a good one.
It's not my normal
No, I wouldn't think so.
type of movie because
Have
I
you seen
don't
any of the other Resident Evils?
know. I don't really care for zombie movies.
Oh,
I think zombies are dumb.
so did it
But-
make any sense at all?
Well, okay, so this may go nerd cred,
Okay.
but as my wife and I were sitting down to watch this, I was on Wikipedia reading the plot synopsis of the previous 5 movies.
Some of them are pretty good.
I like the one in the desert.
Yeah,
It's my favorite ones.
first one is definitely.
That one has Michelle Rodriguez, so it's good.
So
A little scary.
this was pointed out to me by my wife, but the actress that plays Alice
Lilu Dallas Motipas.
was the multipass
Yes.
girl from
Yeah.
Fifth
Oh, yeah.
Element.
Oh,
She has a name.
yeah. Her name is Mila
Mila.
Jovovich.
Yes.
They definitely should not replace her character with a dude.
Well, the final chapter is the last movie,
well,
but they're gonna reboot it.
Well, with her in it until they reboot it.
I thought they were
as a
going to
dude.
do President Evil, where the White House staff turned into zombies.
Have you not been on Twitter recently?
I thought it was decent.
They're all really, I think, really well made.
Wasn't
You ever played the
interested
video
in the
game?
zombie violence, but
I like zombie violence.
the fighting was a little. I don't know. It's
Rehearsed?
one of those fight.
Choreographed.
The way they do it is it's just like these really super quick shots, so you can't really
Oh,
tell
yeah,
like
exactly what's
Transformers?
happening.
I don't like
Like
that.
Transformers.
Not like Transformers. Transformers is just there's just so much CG that you can't tell what's happening. This one is just the cutscenes were so fast that it was a little I don't know. I didn't really
So
care
bad
for that.
editing.
I didn't care for that type of editing, but the
Right.
story was interesting and had some interesting sci-fi elements to it and stuff. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of reveals that might have
I'm trying
shocked
to
me
remember
even
which.
more if I'd seen all the movies. But
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I've seen all of them.
Is that the one we saw all together?
I don't think
Did we watch a bunch
I
of
don't
them and then we went and watched the one in the theater?
not the Resident Evil.
that was Underworld.
Underworld.
Oh,
That's vampires, not zombies.
I've seen Resident
And
Evils too, though. I get it mixed up.
Werewolves.
My wife and I watched them all recently, but I don't think you were involved.
No, probably not.
I finished season 3 of Doctor Who.
Oh,
Who?
David Tennant.
Yep, he's there for 2 and 3.
He's a
And
good one.
His companion at that point is
Well,
The Doctor?
season 3 was mostly Martha Jones.
Martha. Martha.
Billy Piper was it for the first 2 seasons? What her character Rose was
Rose.
her character's name.
Yes.
Just like a
Oh, and,
cowboy. Sings the same.
Jack
song.
Harkness
Oh,
shows
Captain
up
Jack.
here and
Oh,
there,
yeah.
yes.
Was he in the one that Are You My Mummy one?
Yes, that's what I think. That's when he first shows up.
That's my favorite episode.
But he shows up again near the end of. Well, he's in the last few episodes of season 3.
Oh.
And
Doctor
by that
Here's a
time,
Who?
there's been a significant change to his mortality.
Yeah.
What?
And then later you find out
Spoiler alert.
something else about him.
You find it out in the last of the, or in the. end of
He's
season
actually a
3.
woman.
No.
He's actually a face. Anyway,
There's another
Face
character
Matey?
that he is actually.
well, they don't
Oh.
Yeah.
come right out and say that, but they
You guys are spoiling everything.
Oh.
Sorry.
How far are you in the show?
I've seen David Tennant.
He saw the
Oh,
mannequin one.
David Tennant wasn't in that one.
I know.
No.
You need to watch more.
It's good.
At this point, my wife's seen more Doctor Who than you.
Who?
The Doctor.
I want to write a children's book called Doctor Here's a Who.
I think that was the title of one of our episodes or something.
Was it?
Maybe. I don't know. Probably
I also watched the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5.
They have that many?
Yes.
Oh,
Have you not been watching it?
no.
Aw.
I
They
watched
made my favorite
3
character a
seasons,
villain.
maybe.
Well, by the time they get to Season 4, he's not in it anymore.
Well, that doesn't make me want to watch anymore.
Oh.
There's some shows where my favorite
there was a
character in the show
complaint.
is a villain.
There was a complaint that he kept coming back and coming back for the first 3 seasons.
It's because he was good. He should have been. Well, my wife and I watched a
Anyway.
show where they killed off the detective after the first season.
Yeah.
Or Trouble in Paradise, I think. And I can't watch it after that. I'm like, no.
I finally.
It made me
Are you
upset.
done?
I'm mad.
Get over Ward. Season 4 was good. And Season 5
I think he's mocking you.
is in space.
It's in space? No.
Yes.
Jump the shark all the way to space.
Well, they did foreshadow space stuff, didn't they? Or am I thinking of a different show?
I don't know.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. The problem is I watched it live on the air. I probably will not be home every Friday night to watch it.
Oh.
Maybe unless, I guess if they move it to a different night. I might
If they
be
want
able
to kill it, they
more
will.
often.
It's usually what they do to kill shows.
What, move it off of Friday night?
Move them to a different time and station,
Oh.
or all of a sudden start skipping and going every other week. That's what gets me.
So I might have to wait till it comes out on Netflix to watch
What?
it again and watch the whole season. Was Mac in it when you were watching it?
What's a Mac?
Return
The computer?
of the Mac.
No, the character in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I have no idea. Is that the one guy?
He's like a mechanic. He's really tall.
No.
Oh.
The last one I saw, they
He's
had
kind of the comic relief. In
the
season
guy
5
that's
it
the
looks
bad
like.
guy in Mr. Science Theater 3000, the new one.
Oh,
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 That
Patton
guy.
Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. Yes.
First appearance was him, and then he had a twin or something.
Yes.
That's the last I
there's
saw.
more than just 2 of them.
They're like. Anyways.
Ghost Riders in season 4. You should watch it. It's awesome.
Is he in all of it, or can I just watch the Ghost Rider episodes? And
No.
is he better than
He's
Nick
in the-
Cage?
I
Because
think
Nick Cage
he's in
did a
the
pretty good
first
job.
half, and then maybe the last few. I don't remember.
First half and
It's
the
played
last
by a
half.
Hispanic guy, so it's pretty cool.
Is it a lowrider?
Nicolas Cage.
No,
No.
it's
not
a
Nick
car though.
Is it a car?
I-
I thought he had a motorcycle.
There's different versions.
We've gone over this in the show even about the
He
different versions
Rode a
of
horse at one point.
He did. In one of the movies, they showed.
one of the
This one was
movies.
Precious-
Okay, I
Predecessors.
guess I haven't seen all the Nick Cage Ghost Rider movies then.
That one had what's his name?
I was
The guy
talking about
that-
the comic books.
the guy that does all the like Ford commercials.
I think we've
He had
talked
the
about this
cool
before.
mustache. That sounds familiar
The
to me.
mustache. We looked up the mustache guy and it
Yeah.
came up with him.
He was in Roadhouse with the Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
I don't know that I've seen that.
What?
But
I
I
haven't
did
seen that
see
either.
the
What?
first season of Stranger Things.
Oh,
You
finally!
just finally watched the
was
first season?
Awesome.
The second season's better.
I'm watching the second season right now.
Oh, cool.
You have to watch the after show.
It's really good.
I also finished reading The Wolves of Kala.
Oh, I didn't know you're still going. You didn't put it in your thing.
Sorry.
Oh, I forgot your book again.
Oh,
Well, we're
gonna
gonna get together to watch Silver Bullet
When?
sometime before we podcast next week.
Okay.
What day works for you guys?
I don't know.
We can't do it tomorrow, but
Not
I have
tomorrow.
a Christmas party tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going to see Jumanji tomorrow.
that looks funny.
Looks really good.
I think so.
But we need to pick a day. Monday.
I will let you know.
Okay.
I must discuss with my wife
You want to go out of order and just watch all the ones I have on my disc?
No.
No,
Okay,
that would defeat the purpose of
It's
the
not like
list.
the disc is going away.
that's
It's
true.
true.
Hopefully,
Unless this movie's really bad and somebody throws
it's
a
not.
fit
I
and
like
breaks
this one.
it. Okay,
I liked it as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
But hopefully it holds up.
so you finished Wolves.
Yes. The
Did they calla?
funniest part was describing what happens in the book to DVD's wife
Oh,
and
yes.
having her not believe me, thinking
I'd
that I'm
pipe
making
it
the whole
with,
thing
I'd
up.
pipe it with additional details. And
Yes.
when you start talking or describing like that, it does sound like you're making stuff up.
Yes.
That's funny.
What was the part that really were incredulous with? The fact that wolves were riding horses?
Yeah, it's like, what? Why is that so hard to believe? I mean, everything else I'm telling you,
Sounds fake.
that's the thing that makes you think I'm making it up.
And they were killed by plates.
Yeah.
it's true.
Anyway.
Anyways, are you done now?
Yes.
Okay, Stranger Things. So the protagonists are these 4 boys, and they're kind of nerdy. It takes place in the early
Dungeons and Dragons
80s.
nerds.
Yes, it starts with them playing D&D. And
Way more successfully than I did in the 80s.
supernatural stuff happens to them.
They go to 7-Eleven.
Is that supernatural?
I was just mentioning one of the character names discreetly.
Oh. That's true.
It has another writer in it.
Yeah. And she's really good in it.
Yeah.
I like it. At first, I thought the cop was going to be a character you weren't going to like. But then
yeah,
he was like my favorite character by the end. Almost.
He's cool.
And
Cool.
the kids are
What's
awesome.
your favorite of the kids?
Probably Dustin.
He was the first one they cast.
Oh. Yeah,
He's
it's good. We've started season 2. We're like 4 episodes in, maybe. So it has Samwise Gamgee in it.
It does.
He's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
He's funny.
I've been watching Punisher.
What?
Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
For a while, I was thinking Samwise was maybe gonna end up being a bad guy, but I kind of like him now. So I hope he isn't.
What do you think of the new guy at the high school?
Is he a werewolf or something?
with the hair?
Yeah, Max's brother. He's
Yeah.
gotta be some kind of werewolf or something. He's weird. His hair's weird. It is
80s.
83, but I don't like him. So there.
No, sir. I don't like it.
That's all I've been watching.
Okay.
What do you think of the Megagorgon?
The Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
It's hilarious.
I thought it was really creepy when it was coming out of the wall.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It was cool because you're like, oh, this is. You kind of figure out how it works, and you're like, oh, that's why this. That's why that stuff happened. Because at first you're just like, oh, this is just creepy horror type stuff going on, but then you find out how it works. And you're like, oh, that actually makes sense. It's cool. I like shows like that.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
Yeah.
Good job, Netflix.
I like it.
So
Can't wait for season 3.
I haven't watched
Season
a
3 will
whole
be
lot.
Choose Your Own Adventure.
I watched a whole lot, just not a diverse watching. I finished the first season of Van Helsing.
Oh, is that good?
It is good. A lot of the stuff reminds me of like Walking Dead type stuff, where they have, because there's vampires in it, obviously, but part of the vampires there's feral vampires.
Oh.
So basically, a vampire doesn't get human blood when it first gets turned, and eats like much animal blood type stuff. They go crazy and they're like animals
Interesting.
themselves.
Kind of like this podcast. I don't
But
know
they're-
what that was supposed to mean, but
I don't know if you guys are going to watch it.
I might.
Okay.
My wife really wants to watch it.
There's some there's a spoiler that I was thinking this one character was going to be evil, and then they were based on the actor. There's some actors spoil because you're like,
Yeah.
he always plays a bad guy. He's going to be a bad guy at some point. So, watch it.
Okay.
And then I'm on episode 22 of the first season of Enterprise.
Those seasons are long.
Yeah.
Like-
There's like 4 seasons.
I'm watching and I'm like, I'm still in the same season, but the arcs, I love the way they do.
How many seasons are there?
4.
4.
4. I really loved the Ferengi episode. That was funny. But they kind of explain away why you wouldn't have heard of them before the Next Generation.
Hmm.
And then, my friend sent me this video. He's like, "This is real." So it was a YouTube video, and it was juggling martial arts competition. So 2 guys come out on stage. They each have like, they must have been like rubberized or something, but so they wouldn't hurt you too bad if they hit you. But they were like pins, like bowling pins.
Mm-hmm.
And they each have 3 they're juggling. And they try to get the other guy to drop his. So
Okay.
they're like,
Kicking and biting? Oh,
they're like
punching?
get really close to each other, and then like they'll try to knock it out of their hands, and they'll grab the other guys.
Oh,
At one point, one guy scored a point, and he ended up with 4
Oh,
at the end. The guy ended up on the ground.
Huh.
But yeah, do a Google search on or YouTube search for juggling martial arts, and there's some interesting competition.
okay.
So that's real.
Weird.
That's pretty much all I've been Minecrafting heavily recently.
Oh boy. Does your
Yes.
wife know about this?
I'm back in. But does it help that it's dark all the time now?
Yeah.
So I get home half the time she's napping because she's had rough days at work because all of a sudden there's like lockdowns and stuff at the school.
Yeah, that's
and-
crazy.
which she works with the special needs kids.
That's
And-
gotta be disruptive for them.
Yeah, it's very disruptive for them, which is disruptive for the teachers.
Yeah.
So when you take all of them and stick them in a really crowded, noisy, like space with the rest of the general ed kids,
Doesn't go
yeah,
well.
it doesn't go well.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, our next segment is nerd cred. You guys have any nerd cred?
So this week at work, I revamped my Cat's Lair AutoCAD file.
Oh,
I had it split up onto layers, so each level or layer in the drawing was a different slice of elevation of the
Yeah.
cat's lair. And this time I forced the blocks to certain colors, so I color coded based on material type I'm going to use.
Sorry, I keep touching the lamp.
Strobe!
we've got a.
We apologize
lamp in
to
here
our
that's
listeners with
touch activated. So
problems with
DVD's or Mr. Pulse
Epilepsy.
playing with Legos and.
Well, they're right here within reach. I mean, what am I going to do?
So
ignore them.
you've
Okay.
updated your cat's lair.
Yes, and actually started working on the bridge part.
Oh,
And it sucks because I'm doing it in, what's it called?
AutoCAD.
paint.
No, it's in the Realm. So it's like a big open world that I can
Oh.
play with other people.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the mobs are turned on. So trying to build with mobs around is kind of annoying. It takes twice as long because you're trying to build something and all of a sudden something blows up next to you and destroys half what you're working on. Or you get knocked off and you die from falling too far.
Torches.
Yeah, that keeps them from spawning near you. It doesn't keep them from walking in.
Fences.
So
I want to build. I don't want to. I actually built.
You don't want to build a fence?
So the front part of my Idaho Capitol building, which I made there, I had my cows. I had a bazillion of them.
Yes.
I wanted to move them. I had to put down pasture in the desert because I'm mostly surrounded by desert, so I just put dirt down.
Yeah.
And then made a bridge across from grass so I can just go over there. So I'm trying to do
Got
a
a cattle
cattle
drive.
drive. Get them up. So I had to build this log fence that goes over to where I put them, and then lure 4 of them over there, and then fed them. So we made some
And then
bad cows.
slaughtered the rest.
No, I'm gonna try to go move some more. I put some intermediate gates, so once I get a couple of them past the gate, I can shove it.
you need like one-way gate, so if they just happen
I know.
to wander through, it'll shut behind them.
Oh, I can do that. Do they set off pressure plates? I have to look.
I don't know. So
Anyway. I could just slaughter them all.
I pranked him earlier because he had it up on his laptop when I got here, and he left.
I got myself to a safe spot.
And I saw on his screen it said LFG has logged in.
Yeah.
So when he was coming up the stairs, I said, "Oh, you blew up, man." He's like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, it said LFG spawned a creeper, and then you blew up." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Just kidding," because he comes in, he's like, I died?" It's
The
like,
only time I go
"No."
back to my main base where I have all of my main building materials, because it was inside the Jedi Temple, because it's so huge, that's where I built a base. He's been excavating and taking my dirt back to his area.
He's stealing your dirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I pranked some guys at work. Like, some of our paperwork, when we get done with it, has to go to another group to get audited. And they're sticklers on if you do a technical change, like
Yep.
if a machinist measures something and writes the number down and then realizes he wrote it illegibly, so he has to like line it out and write it correctly, and then put a circle 1 next to it and go down where there's
I had to
room.
fix a whole bunch of
Put circle
stuff.
1 and explain it and sign it. Well, we had this page where it was a mess, and it started when somebody had written a circle 1, and then somebody else later did another circle 1, and then had to go cross it out and change it.
I had mine sequentially out of order per date.
Oh.
On 4 different ones that I had to go back and fix today. It was a mess.
So we've been dealing with that all week. Well, we got that taken care of, and then they were working on something else, and their plannerman had to do a circle 2 on something, and his boss was like, "All right, let me look at it," just because he just wanted to make sure it was done right. So right as he's handing it over, I go, there was already a circle 2 on there, and they're both like, "What?" And the supervisor grabs it, and the guy that did it's like trying to get a look at it too, and they freaked out, and I'm like, "Whoa, guys, whoa, I'm just kidding." And
no.
the pattern like had to go take a walk. He was like holding his chest like
I have to tell you what my mentor told me. You have to be careful. Some people don't know you're joking.
Well, that was the thing.
Every time I went before I went to a meeting.
There was another machinist sitting there, and he goes, "Dude, your face looked so serious when you said that." I was like,
That's awesome.
It was pretty good.
I love it.
And then I go back to my desk, and for like half an hour, every time I thought about it, I just started laughing. It was so good because they both freaked out.
So we have those security gates at work.
Yeah.
Well, the time we're leaving, right as we're leaving, there's 4 of them, and there's
They switch from in gates to out gates.
There's 3 out ones and 1 in one, and then they switch so there's 2 and 2.
Yeah.
But they shut them all off.
And you
For
can't.
like a minute.
Yeah.
So we
I
have
did
our
that
walk
yesterday.
planned perfectly. So my friend and I know what happens, and we know how it works and how long it takes. But we'll see a group of people walking up, and we kind of walk slow and just watch them because it's hilarious. They freak out.
I witnessed that this past.
I can't
There's
get out.
it's like a green arrow for when it's open.
Yeah.
But the light comes on like 30 seconds before the gate actually unlocks.
Right. You have to wait.
There's
can hear
constantly
it
people
click.
like pushing on it. I gotta get out. It's so funny.
I usually get out before that happens, but
It's called-
yesterday.
Is it Schadenfreude? Is that the German word for finding pleasure in other people's pain?
But yesterday I hit it just right, and so I was standing there, and they were all red, and so people walked up behind me, and one of them's like, "What's going on?" And the other one's like, "Oh, they do this every day at this time."
Yeah, we got tired of. We used to explain to people because we knew what was happening.
Yeah, I tried.
But
The one
after
time
a while, I stopped.
I witnessed it and tried to explain it. Everyone didn't even.
Yeah, they just
They
ignore
just
you.
ignored me. Like
What
I
is
wasn't
he
even
talking
talking. I'm like, am I invisible?
Well, then it turns green, and I'm still standing there, and this one guy is like, obviously, like, "What's going on now?" And the other person's like, "You have to wait. It clicks, and then you can go." It's funny.
We can see which ones are like me that will, if I come up to an unknown situation, there's people there already. If something changes but no one does anything, I assume they know what's happening. I'll just wait.
Well, the first time it happened to me, I was with you, so I.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
knew
the
what
funny
was
part
going on.
was, it's all red. Everyone's standing there like confused, and then it turns green, and the guy's like, "Oh, cool!" And
He
goes
tries
up
to go
and he
to
can't go
smash
in.
his faces.
So then they're like, "Oh," and I just
We're
walked right
stuck.
up, and by that time it was,
Just go straight
and
out.
I just went straight up. I'm like, "It's working now."
That's funny.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't feel joy in watching other people struggle, but it's so funny.
Too bad we can't film in there.
That's true. I mean, Yeah, and I'm about a third of the way through my Statue of Liberty in
Nice.
there. It got difficult because at first it was just like a Lego plans. I'm going off Lego plans on that one,
Mhm.
where it just shows you each layer.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it just shows you which ones stick out past the lower layer in
Uh-huh.
a different color. But you get to a point you're like, where is that little sticky out point thing? So you have to count the grid, whatever.
Oh.
Well, then I got to one that was like not that. It was like putting together a piece. And then the next page shows where that piece goes.
Oh.
And it's building down from a thing that sticks out. And I was
Oh.
like, so that's a difficult with that.
Yeah.
It's going to get more difficult as we get higher up, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that on pause and build the cats later.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite projects because I did it based off of
You should
sketches.
build the top of the cat's lair on the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
cat's lair head instead
Mhm.
of the Statue of Liberty head.
You
Yes.
should have just built the top of the Statue of Liberty in this desert.
Oh, I should have done that. Like tipped over and have like
Yes.
Yes.
some apes.
Then have some space balls coming out of the nose.
Yeah. Big vacuum. I can build the ship from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, our final segment is feedback. We didn't get much this week. Probably
We
because
have our
nobody could
show up.
listen to the episode, but
Oh.
I talked to our mom and she complained about it.
I'm sorry, Mom. It wasn't my fault.
It's not my fault.
The site was down. They said, "Oh, it's down because the holiday, or we couldn't get our guys in." But then it was down for a whole nother over a week
That's
after
no
that.
site. That's a battle station.
And they had it partially up, but not the part I needed.
There's my piece list for my color
Oh.
scheme.
But we did get a tweet from Rob
What?
in the UK. Apparently, watches the
American football?
Minnesota Vikings because
Yes. Rob needs to watch the
commented
Minnesota
that-
Vikings.
their
they're the
defense
best
was
team.
looking strong.
Their whole team's looking very strong.
They could clinch this week, couldn't they? The
I
playoffs?
think so.
I was definitely clinching this week. Wait a minute.
But if they get
Just kidding.
if right now this is weird. They have the first seed
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
But if both them and the Eagles continue to win out, somehow the Eagles will take the first seed by the end of the year. Which I understand because the
What does
Vikings
that
have
have to
faced
do with?
more 500 teams. It's based off
Yeah.
strength of schedule, I think.
Are you sure it's not like conference?
Maybe it is.
Conference
Wins.
strength. Oh, conference wins.
But the Vikings have faced more.
Because that
Teams with
comes
winning
with more
records.
strength of victory.
The Vikings have faced 8 teams with winning records this year
Well,
and gone 9-2.
Well, that's the reason. That's the reason they're first seed right now. It's
Whoa.
gone to that tiebreaker right now.
But as they
But
finish up with,
by the time the season's over, then all the conference games.
because it would mean the Eagles would have swept their entire division, and we lost to the Lions once.
oh, so your division record would be
Would
lower
be
than
what it
theirs.
would be. So I'm hoping they lose again, which, based on their showing against the Seahawks, I think is likely or
Okay.
possible. Because they faced like
So what you're saying
2
is
teams with winning records
there's
this
a
year. So
chance.
they're both division foes. I was like, well, that's kind of weak.
Hmm.
Anyway, I love the Minnesota Vikings, and if we get the first seed, it will be playoff games at home through the entire playoffs, all the way through the Super Bowl.
Right, because the Super Bowl's in Minnesota this year.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Would be the
Means
first
they
time.
won't get there.
It'd be the first time a team has played in their home stadium in the Super Bowl,
Mm.
Cool.
and it's going to happen. This is our year. This is it. I've said that 800 million times before, but this
And
is
if it
for
doesn't,
sure.
he's hanging up
There's
his
next year.
Viking horns.
No. Speaking of Viking horns, I found my horns. I was going to turn into a Viking helmet
Yeah.
recently.
You gonna glue them on your dog?
I wasn't planning on it.
Gonna use
but now
duct
that you
tape.
said that.
Are duct tape safe for dogs?
Dogs? No, we decided no.
If you want to contact us, send an email to engineerdyshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Twitter.
Thank you. Just search for Enginerdy Show on there. And you can listen to the show. If for some reason it's not coming up on Stitcher, you can go to engineerdyshow.com to listen to it.
Mine's still November 12th.
I listen to it on my Beyond Pod app. It always shows up
Does it?
right away.
Beyond Pod.
There's a free version, but I've upgraded to the paid version.
How much is the paid version?
It's a few bucks.
As you do the commercial for somebody else.
It's good.
All right.
You can support the show by going and clicking on the Amazon link to do your Amazon shopping. That's on EngineerdyShow.com. And you can also still get your T-shirts for Christmas.
That's right. Like this.
They
I don't
make
know.
good stocking stuffers.
Actually, I don't know if you can still get them by Christmas.
Oh,
Probably not. Maybe though.
Maybe.
Ask Santa for one.
You can definitely get them by
next Christmas
Valentine's
Next
Day.
Christmas, I gave you a shirt.
or Labor Day.
Next day, DVD's away.
New Year's is right out.
Oh.
No, it's probably not. I don't know. I don't know where they make them. Europe somewhere? Or the
Well, I don't
US?
know.
I can't remember.
Why,
It was
yeah?
the
Somewhere
old one.
on the world.
They're made on Mars and shipped in a Tesla car to the United States.
I think he's just waiting for them to build a big track around Mars.
That'd be
in
cool.
orbit.
Racetrack.
Like a ring world. Ring track.
And I am planning on getting a British Amazon affiliate thing set up. I just haven't had time because
Right.
we've all been
We
sick
should, to commemorate when that happens, we should do the entire show
in
in British accents.
Oh,
In English.
we should do the entire show in English.
Oh man, I have to learn another language.
We.
Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You have been and always shall be my friends.